Stars, That 70s Show star Wilmer Valderrama has been noticeably silent in the wake of Danny Masterson's conviction for a series of grapes. But now Wilmer's gross Howard Stern interview has resurfaced, and it's one of the most notorious Howard Stern interviews ever, and that's really saying something. After Danny got sentenced to 30 years to life, and we know he's in limbo in the local jail in LA still. He hasn't been transferred to actual prison yet. And that was for 2 counts of forcible grape. Several of his sitcom co-stars spoke highly of the actor and prominent Scientologist. Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher were among the 50 people, 50, who wrote letters to the judge vouching for the character of the disgraced actor. They have since apologized in a social media video. That's Mila and Ashton. Deborah Jo Rupp and Kurtwood Smith, who played Kitty and Red on the show, respectively, also submitted letters on Masterson's behalf. And we know from what happened in the wake of the Bill Cosby court cases, once these shows get pulled off the air and out of syndication, it really does affect these actors' ability to earn from that body of work. So bear that in mind as one of the factors, besides, friendship or just being a colleague, that may have kind of gotten these people to write the letters as opposed to not writing the letters, because it's a reflection on them and just even their working relationship with this character, right? Just like everybody who worked with Weinstein or, other notorious Hollywood characters. Masterson's That 70s Show co-stars Topher Grace, Wilmer Valderrama, and Laura Prepon did not pen letters of support. Curious. Masterson's conviction and sentencing has shined a spotlight on the culture of That 70s Show, including Kunis's admission that Masterson once bet Kutcher $10 to French kiss her during a scene when she was a 14-year-old little girl, in Kunis's words. And the way Grace's departure from the series was reported at the time to paint him as the diva outlier of the group, rather than being like one of the crowd that would hang out together and do such things. And then there's the matter of Valderrama's Howard Stern interview, which even by Stern standards was and is notoriously gross. Now, I had lunch one time at the Ivy next to Wilmer Valderrama. He had one of those knit caps on and was oh so hipster and oh so boisterous. Not tall, man of color, who seemed to focus his romantic pursuits specifically on women who were too young to know better. Before the now NCIS actor met and had a child with his fiancée Amanda Pacheco, he opened up about his womanizing ways during a tasteless interview on Stern's Sirius XM radio show in 2006. It's a disturbing 50-minute interview that has to be heard to be believed. During it, Valderrama brags about how Ashley Simpson is good in bed, commenting, quote, "It was a little louder than that," as a whining sound effect plays. No gentleman kisses and tells, right? Only a man or a boy, really, who's desperate to be given a high five and treated like he's a full-grown, fully functioning adult man, wants to go and spill details of this sort. When Valderrama tries to explain, quote, what helped him gain the attention of women, Stern chimes in with, quote, roofies, to which the actor jokingly replies, quote, "1, that's the silent fact," unquote. He also boasts he took ex-Mandy Moore's virginity, claiming, quote, "The smegs with Mandy was good, but it wasn't like warm apple pie," unquote. Yuck. Valderrama proceeds to give Jennifer Love Hewitt an 8 out of 10 smegs rating, boasts about being, quote, cursed with this gift, unquote, of having a giant member, says he doesn't want to be with Paris Hilton because he won't, quote, do things that have been done, unquote, and describes ex-Lindsay Lohan's breast size and shaving routine, yet can't seem to remember if a girl has ever rejected him. I would guess yes. Toward the end of the deeply unsettling radio talk, Valderrama dishes on his MTV reality show Yo Mama. Remember that show? It was like a ripoff of Nick Cannon's Wild 'N Out, where adult men compete against one another by telling elementary school level, quote, Yo Mama jokes. Cultural appropriation. Yes, this was really a thing, and plays, quote, F, Mary, unalive, unquote, with his celebrity exes. In an interview with Elle published months after the Stern chat, Moore attempted to clear things up, saying Valderrama's arrogant remark was, quote, utterly tacky, not even true, and it hurt my feelings because I like him, unquote. Valderrama's representatives did not provide comment to Rolling Stone prior to publication. Last year, Demi Lovato released her single 29, which alludes to the 12-year age gap she had with ex-Valderrama when she was only 17. In an interview with Zane Lowe on his Apple Music show, Lovato said a recent vacation after turning 29 helped her, quote, put things into perspective. Quote, I would be lying if I said I didn't have a ton of anxiety about putting out this song, Lovato told Lowe. I just said, I have to go for this. I have to own my truth. And it seems like there's even more people coming out of the woodwork to own their truth when it comes to the cast of that 70s show, whether it's Ashton, Wilmer Valderrama, or the man who is currently incarcerated, Danny Masterson, right? And I think it just reminds all of us how we can work with and like people, and they show us one side of their personality, but you give them power, you put them in a position of, you know, having someone in private with them, don't let them touch your drink. Then, you know, all hell is going to break loose, and then we're going to be reading about it in the Rolling Stone. Oh, and there's audio from the interview.
So, like, man, I can't imagine, like, when you're standing there and you're staring, you go, man, Lindsay Lohan's naked in front of me. Ashley Simpson's naked. Oh, man, Jennifer Love Hewitt's on her knees in front of me.
You know, I honestly...
Have you ever had... You've had two women at the same time, right?
Howard, I wouldn't ever lie to my fans. Yes.
You did.
Wow.
Really?
I